And I'm Benson's very proud mom, Marie, from store 2204, Forest Park, Illinois.
Thanks, Mom. And now to talk about how Walmart is positioned to serve the next customer generation, please welcome President and Chief Executive Officer, Mike Duke.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. What a great, great meeting this has been, hasn't it? Yeah. I grew up in the rural South, and I remember what shopping was like before Walmart came to our area. You know, in my family, we grew most of our food in our own little garden, but what we couldn't grow, we bought at this little small country store. When it came time for back to school, this is interesting, we'd go to the closest big town, which was Noonan, Georgia. And, you know, we'd shop at a little store, a little five and dime, and I can remember each child, we got a pair of jeans, and if we were lucky, we got a couple of shirts to wear. That was about it, you know, and that's what shopping was like for my family. That's what shopping was like for much of America in the 1960s. You know, I had already moved away when the first Walmart came to my hometown, and it was in 1984. But I remember the emotional connection that my mother and my father had with that store. Of course, the Walmart store had everything they needed at Walmart low prices. But above all, that store had caring associates. You know, to this very day, when I call my mom, which I do every Sunday night, she likes to talk about Walmart and the associates at her Walmart. Just a couple of weeks ago, some of you may know this, I was visiting her, and so naturally, she wanted to go to Walmart. So we dropped in and visited the store, and I just could not imagine the great affection between my mother and those caring associates in her local store. You know, I will tell you, if I didn't know better, I think she likes spending more time with them than she does with me. Now, clearly, that emotional connection, even after 30 years, is as strong as ever. But there are hundreds of millions of people around the world, just like my parents, who want and need a connection to Walmart. Last year, I talked with you about realizing Sam Walton's vision and building the next generation Walmart. Today, I want to talk to you about the next generation customer, who they are, what matters to them, and your role in earning their trust and their loyalty. For Walmart, serving this customer is a clear and it is a direct path to being a stronger company, to being a better company. And as Sam Walton said, we'll give the world an opportunity to see what it's like to save and have a better life. The world has changed a lot since my parents first shopped at Walmart, but so have people and how they live. Our next generation customer will include millions who are striving to join the emerging global middle class. They're from the countryside around Punjab, India, and the blue-collar suburbs of Sao Paulo, Brazil. They're in the big cities, from the wards of Chicago to the boroughs of New York City. They're connected to the world through smartphones and social media. They're in charge of when they shop and how they shop. And believe me, they know who has the lowest prices. You're absolutely right. They don't want to have to choose between products they can afford and products that can mean a better life, like sustainably grown fruits and vegetables. They care about sustainability, and you know something? They like it that we care also. They also have higher expectations for the role of business in solving problems, and only those businesses will earn trust. Saving people money so they can live better, that earns trust. Now, our next generation customer is different in many ways, but they're still bound together by common aspirations for themselves, their families, and their communities. These shared hopes and dreams are found in the goodness of people's hearts and in the driving spirits of their souls. They were in my father, and they're in my mother today. They're in you, and they're in me. They're in each of our customers and the next generation customer also. We all share a common humanity. And I'm a global optimist, so I believe we all want to live better, in a better world. And all of this adds up to a real opportunity for our company, for Walmart. Walmart is the best positioned retailer on the globe. And I believe it because I've seen it. I know whose footsteps that I follow in. Think about the images. You've seen some today. The memories in your mind of Sam Walton, David Glass, Lee Scott. These images, they're spending time in the stores with customers and with associates. You know, since I stood on this stage last year, I've flown over 100,000 miles. I think I've been to 7 countries. I was thinking about it. I think I've walked over 200 stores, a lot of competitor stores also, of course. And as a matter of fact, Bill, just in the last few weeks, I've been all around the United States. I think I've been in 8 different states over the last few weeks, dozens of stores. By the way, all of these visits were drop-in, surprise visits. Were lots of fun, and I really enjoyed it. And I know that most of the stores I visited enjoyed it also. Now, I really believe this. We are right in the sweet spot for the next generation customer. But to succeed, we must also know, and we must be the best at how we run our business. So I see 5 priorities that I'd like to talk to you about today to help us do that. Our first priority is growth. Growth in sales, growth in the number of customers, and growth through new stores and through acquisition. I was so pleased, Doug, when we got the great news this week from South Africa. It was about 6 a.m., I think, on Tuesday morning. I was in my office, and I was by myself, but I was doing a high five when Doug called. So just think about the opportunity, though, to help people save money and live better in 13 new African countries. That is fantastic. We are a financially strong and we're a stable company. That financial strength also enables us to really deliver shareholder value. Through dividends and share repurchases, as Charles covered, I am so proud that last year your company returned to shareholders a record $19.2 billion. I do have to check, where is the Sam's Club group here today? I just want to make sure you hadn't fallen asleep. But you can't talk about growth now without talking about comp sales growth, and your momentum in comp sales growth is just fantastic, and I give you great thanks and great congratulations. But there is still so much for us to do, and it must be done with urgency. That's why I'm working so closely with Bill and Doug and Brian and Eduardo. Let me be clear for everyone. Comp sales growth in the Walmart U.S. remains our greatest priority for me and the entire Walmart U.S. team. And Bill, great comments this morning. You can see Bill has the right plan, and this plan is gaining traction. I really like, when I'm out visiting and dropping in the stores, I like what I'm hearing from customers. I love the enthusiasm at this meeting, but when I'm out in the stores talking to the managers and the associates, we need to exceed the expectations of the next generation customer all over the world. And not starting tomorrow, but starting today, right now. Our second priority, EDLP and EDLC. You've heard this today several times, haven't you? Being an EDLP retailer, it's not easy. It takes unwavering strategic commitment and daily execution. But nothing builds more loyalty with customers than everyday low prices. EDLP in every market, no exceptions, no excuses. That's who we are. Now, to deliver EDLP and to drive growth and really churn the productivity loop, we have to be an EDLC operator. Over the past couple of years, you've done a great job quarter after quarter of leveraging expenses. And I really want to appreciate you for that, but I know we can do more. Over the past week, I picked this book again off of my shelf, and I started reading Sam Walton's book. I guess probably this is for the third or the fourth time that I've read Mr. Sam's book. So let me share with you a little bit of what Mr. Sam had to say about EDLC. We exist to provide value to our customers, which means that in addition to quality and service, we have to save them money. Every time Walmart spends $1 foolishly, it comes right out of our customers' pockets. Every time we save them $1, that puts us one more step ahead of the competition, which is where we will always plan to be. No one controls cost better than Walmart because we do it for the right reason. It's for our customer. Our third priority, global e-commerce. And I was really excited today, Eduardo, about what you shared and what Wan Ling shared. You know, over the past couple of months, here in the U.S. and in China, we've made investments, we've integrated new talent and technology. With our stores and low prices, we can really take advantage of mobile technology and this era of price transparency. We can combine our stores, our systems, and our logistics expertise into one continuous channel to drive growth and to serve the next generation customer all over the world. So let me be very, very clear on this. In global e-commerce, we will not just be competing, we will play to win in this area also. Our fourth priority is talent. And we have to be more intentional about developing talented leaders, managers, and associates all over the world. This means better training and greater opportunity for our store associates. It also means thinking globally and building teams that reflect today's world. I really appreciate the progress that we've made in the area of diversity and inclusion, but we're going to do more, including for women and minorities, and that is a promise. Our fifth priority is live better. We must continue to broaden and accelerate our work to make a difference on big issues. Anyone that's paid attention over the past year to our work in the area of the healthy foods or fighting hunger, sustainable agriculture, then you would know that we have a model that works and we have momentum behind it. You know, I loved the headlines in a recent news story, and it was about our Global Responsibility Report. It made me so proud, and I give credit to all of you, our associates, for this. But this headline read, Walmart is crushing its ambitious global responsibility goals. Absolutely crushing. I could not have been more proud because you did that, and you did it, and you did it, and I thank you for that. Growth, EDLP and EDLC, talent, e-commerce, live better. What makes us think that we can do all this and do it better than our competitors? It's very simple. We are Walmart. And it's our devotion to this mission of ours. And even more, it's our Walmart culture, the same culture that drove our growth during the first 50 years can drive our growth for the next 50 years. Walmart's culture, Sam Walton's greatest legacy, and it's our greatest responsibility. We must keep the Walmart culture strong. Now, I'd like to pause for a moment, and I'd like to speak directly to all of my fellow associates around the big room here. Especially, I want to speak to those of you that work in our stores and in our clubs. You know, the only thing that matches my optimism for Walmart's future is the pride that I have in each and every one of you every day. I want to thank you for everything you've done and that you're going to continue to do. But I also want to appreciate you for what must be done next. You are on the front lines. You are the ones who serve the next generation customer. You see how they react in real time, way before insights and information data works its way to Bentonville, Arkansas. You know better than anyone what works and what doesn't and how we will get better. We need you to lead the way. And I know you will. No one will serve the next generation customer with more passion and with a greater purpose than Walmart Associates. No one will be more committed to exceeding their expectations than you. After all, this common humanity that our customers share, that my family shared back in rural Georgia, it's shared by us all. A better life, a better world. One community at a time, one customer at a time, one human being at a time. Thank you all very, very much.